I know that Blastoise being here is going to bother a lot of people, but hey, it's just Mankey again, but with some freaking wristbands. When I was a kid, it was like the times of like Pokemon is evil. Hello, welcome back. I'm ranking the first gen Pokemon on design only. Let's go ahead and let's get right into it. So we left off with Dugtrio, and I put this one, did I put it in C tier? Yeah, I put it in C tier. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to Meowth. I think Meowth's design is really, really good. This is a normal type, and this is where a normal type still is interesting. This is a good example of not just doing a critter-like Pokemon for a normal type, you know, like Rattata or Pidgey. So Meowth is based on a beckoning cat. So a lot of the times you'll see these little statues and stuff of these types of cats. I think this design's really good. The color scheme for once, I don't think it's too bad. It's pretty washed out, but I like the tips of the brown on the feet and on the tail. The black ears is also a nice contrast as well. Okay, so I am going to put Meowth in the B tier. Now let's figure out. I think Meowth is stronger than Squirtle. Do I? Yeah. Do I think Meowth is stronger than Jigglypuff? Do I think Meowth is stronger than Ivysaur? Honestly, I think Meowth is a very, very strong design, so I'm going to put Meowth actually at the top of the B tier. I know that Blastoise being here is going to bother a lot of people, but hey, based on how I'm doing this, it just feels like it could have had a little bit more something, you know? Anyway, okay, moving on from Meowth, we have Persian, which is the evolution of Meowth, and I think this is an example of a good evolution as well. They took Meowth and they leveled it up as if it actually, you know, was a baby cat and it grew into an adult cat. And I think that works really well for it. I enjoy that they took the coin at the top of the head and turned it into this gem here. I think that that was a really unique design choice. I kind of missed some of the brown detail on the at least put it on the tail. I feel like that would have been a nice little detail, but I think it's good. I don't think it's as good as Meowth. And so I'm going to put it, I probably put it in the B tier as well. Now, do I like it better than Raichu? Where do I want to put Persian? I think honestly, Raichu is just a little bit better than Persian. So I'm going to put Persian at the end of the B tier. Okay, moving on, we've got Psyduck. And Psyduck is so funny. From the design, can you tell the type? And this is a water type. Other than the fact that it's kind of duck-like, I'm not getting water so much. I mean, it's kind of almost like a platypus in ways. And so it looks like it could live in the water for sure. So yeah, actually maybe it does represent water type pretty good. The color scheme, yeah, it's just a yellow color. Maybe it could have had a little something extra with it, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad. And then the uniqueness, it's kind of like a mixture of a duck and a platypus. I wouldn't necessarily say this is super unique. I think Psyduck, yeah, I think Psyduck's all right. I'll probably put Psyduck somewhere in the C tier. I think that Psyduck is better than Diglett and Dugtrio, so I will. But Ekans, I think he's better than Ekans too. Is he better than Sandslash? No, I think Sandslash is better. So I'm going to put him right between Ekans and Sandslash. All right, and next we're going on to his evolution, which is Golduck. And this is interesting. It has the same forehead gem as Persian, which is very weird. I don't really understand that thought process there. Is it unique? I'd say it's definitely more unique than the last one. Does it represent its type? I think the webbed fingers and the webbed toes actually is a really strong move here because it looks more like a aqueous looks more like an aqueous creature. I think that the color scheme is interesting. I don't necessarily think it needed to turn blue, but I don't hate it, so it's all right. And then the evolution, it definitely looks like it evolved from Psyduck, but I just have to say I don't super love this one. So I'm going to put this one probably in the C tier as well. Okay, Nidoran male I think is stronger than Golduck, but I think Golduck is stronger than Kakuna, so I'll go ahead and put it right there. All right, next we have Mankey. And Mankey's an interesting design. So I would definitely say it's unique. It kind of looks like a combination of several different animals here. It's a fighting type, and I think the stance that it is standing in very much depicts fighting type. I also think that the color scheme is It's just neutrals again. I do like the orange eyes. I think that's a nice touch to make it at least a little bit different. And so, okay, so Mankey, I think Mankey is pretty alright. I'll put Mankey in the C tier. Now, I think Mankey's honestly better than, what is that guy's name? Firo? I think Mankey's better than Firo, but I think Mankey is not as good as Charmeleon. So I will go ahead and put Mankey right there. All right, and on to the next one, which is Primeape. This is the evolution of Mankey, and it's just Mankey again, but with some freaking wristbands and in a different pose. I think that this is such a like non-evolution. I'm going to be pretty hard on this one. The design is literally almost a one-to-one. The feet are a little different, maybe the hands are a little different, but it's like the same thing. So I'm going to just go ahead and skip to this being another one of those. It's just the same one, but stretched out and or in a different pose. And I think it's worse than, honestly, I think it's gonna be down here with, I actually think Pidgeot is better than Primeape. So I will go ahead and put Primeape right in between Pidgey and Pidgeot. Okay, next up we have Growlithe. Oh, Growlithe is so cute, oh my gosh. So Growlithe is a fire type, and I definitely see fire type from this Pokemon. I also think that the design is pretty unique. It's kind of like a Pomeranian or a Chow Chow dog. Yeah, maybe a Shiba Inu in ways. I think that this design is pretty unique for it being like a dog-like Pokemon. I think they did a good job of giving it some stripes, adding some interesting like hair details, and yeah, I think this design is pretty good. Color scheme, I like the orange and the black and the blue eye. I think that, yeah, the color scheme works really well. And so I'm going to rank Growlithe pretty high. I'm going to put this one in the B tier, and I think it's stronger design. Is it a stronger design than Vulpix? I might have to rearrange some of these a little bit. I think Growlithe is better than Pidgeotto, but I don't think it's as good as Paris. I think Paris is a very good design. I also think that maybe this guy needs to be moved down a little bit. I'm gonna move Vileplume down past Blastoise. I'm gonna move Blastoise up. I think Squirtle is better than Blastoise still. I think Clefairy is, yeah, not as good as Blastoise. I think Vulpix, I'm gonna move Vulpix up, and I'm gonna put Vulpix above Pidgeotto as well. Okay. Just a little addendum there. All right, next we have Arcanine, which is the evolution of Growlithe, and this is one where I get kind of conflicted. I feel like this one is kind of a mixture between the Meowth to Persian evolution, but also kind of just like the last Pokemon, but bigger and in a different pose. And so I'm not going to, there's no way Arcanine is a legendary Pokemon. Why is it in the legendary category? I don't know. Anyway, Arcanine, even though Arcanine is amazing and it's a very good addition to a Pokemon team, I'm going to rank it pretty hard. I'll probably put it, well, I don't know, in the C tier? I'll probably put it at the top of the C tier. I'm like right in between where I could put it at the bottom of the B tier and the top of the C tier. I think that if it had a little extra something, it could have gone higher in the B tier, but because it basically just looks like a bigger version in a different pose, it's gonna be the top of the C tier. I kind of feel a similar way about Persian, but at least Persian has a different design on the forehead and the body is quite different. So I will go ahead and yeah, just put Arcanine at the top of the C tier. I love Arcanine. I just want to state that really quick so you guys don't come after me about that one. But yeah, okay. I'm not saying it. Even if like these things rank a little bit lower, I think the designs are all still really, really, really good. Okay, so Poliwag. I think Poliwag is very, I don't even know what to think about this guy. Poliwag is a tadpole and he has a hypnotic like swirl on the tummy. When I was a kid, it was like the times of like Pokemon is evil. Oh my gosh, Poliwhirl's swirl on the tummy is meant to hypnotize kids. Anyway, Poliwag has this swirl on his tummy and I think it's actually a really, really good addition there. It kind of reminds me of one of these, I think it's a frog that has, it's like skin is translucent so you can see its insides. I would definitely say you can see water type from this because obviously it's a tadpole, and it's blue and he looks like just like a little fishy guy. So I will go ahead and put Poliwag. Poliwag is probably gonna be in the C tier. I don't know, Poliwag's pretty good. I think it's better than Venonat, but I don't think it's as good as whatever this secondary Squirtle evolution is. So I will go ahead and just put it right there in C tier. Next, we have Poliwhirl, and I think that this design is a very good step up from the last one. You can obviously tell that it changed quite a bit, which I like that with an evolution. But can you see its type? I mean, other than the fact that it's blue and it's sort of frog-like, I wouldn't say it's super obvious. Like if you had no knowledge on Poliwag, like you might not know Poliwhirl is a water type. I do like that the body shape has changed completely, so that's really good. And yeah, I mean, the swirl in the tummy was very much an essential part of this design, so I'm not gonna knock it that it still has it with this one. So I will go ahead and put Poliwhirl. I think Poliwhirl is higher than Poliwag, but I think just barely. So I'm just gonna put it right there in the same tier. All right, next we have Poliwrath, and Poliwrath, again, is just like the last one, but this time he's angry. So, I mean, I guess that angry and the stance he's in can kind of depict the secondary fighting type. That works, but to me, this is just another kind of iteration of the last one. So I'm gonna knock this one pretty hard for it. It could have been a lot better. I'm going to put it down here with, Primeape. Honestly, they're on the same level for me, so I'll just put it above it, whatever. Okay, next we have Abra. I think Abra's design is so cool. I remember the first time I ever saw Abra when I was playing Pokemon, and I like kind of freaked out a little bit because it you know, it uses teleport to like get away from you. And I was like, I do not understand this. This looks alien. And I think that its design is so unique. Like the shape of the feet is like so weird, and the fact that it's just sitting there, because obviously it's a psychic type, so it's using its mind to fight rather than having to use its body, I find that very interesting as well. I like that the body almost looks like armor or something, and the tail with the ring on the end is a very nice touch. I think that Abra is a really good design, so I'll put Abra in the B tier, and I'm gonna probably put Abra, which one's better, Clefairy or Abra? I feel like these ones to me are very on the same level. Might be my personal bias. I'm gonna put Abra above Clefairy. I think that it's more unique and very interesting. Okay, next we have the evolution Kadabra, and so this is a psychic type again, obviously. You can tell that from him holding a spoon, you know, like spoon bending is like a psychic kind of a thing. I like that he's opening his eyes. Why do I keep gendering these guys? I like that Kadabra is opening its eyes now. I enjoy that the feet are a similar shape, but now it has nails. That's a good little addition. See, like these are the little details we want from evolutions. I like how the tail has changed shape too, and now there's some like mustache-like pieces coming off of its face. That's really good. Yeah, I think this is a very strong evolution. It's not my personal favorite just because he looks kind of like, the tail looks kind of gross in my opinion, but I think that this design is very strong. So I will put Kadabra. I'll put Kadabra probably below Clefairy, but above Vileplume. Okay. Next we have Alakazam. And so Alakazam, man, the tail is gone, which for me is a plus because I thought the tail looked gross, but anyway, that's kind of the only difference. Now there's two spoons. This one is not very good. Not very good at all. So I will go ahead and put Alakazam because it's just so similar to the last one. I'll put it in the C tier. I don't think it's quite a D tier, but I think I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the C tier. Just because, hey, you were going somewhere and then you just kind of like reiterated the last thing again. So, not my favorite. Okay, next we have Machop. So we're getting into a lot of fighting type Pokemon now. So I think Machop is interesting. It's a kind of humanoid Pokemon, and we see that with the fighting type, which kind of makes sense because fighting is like, a lot of these are martial arts inspired, and so they're kind of humanoid in order to show that. Machop, it's unique. I won't say it's crazy unique, but it's definitely interesting. Color scheme, I do not love this. Again, it's such a pale, washed out color. I just feel kind of feel like nothing when I look at this Pokemon. Yeah, you can tell it's fighting type though. That's working for it. So for me, I want to put it in the C tier, and I'll put it above Nidoking, but below Rattata. Yeah, I think Rattata's a little bit better in my opinion. Okay, next we have Machoke, and so this is the evolution of Machop. This is an example of an evolution done really well. I enjoy that you have it obviously much larger and much more muscle definition. I think these lines on the arms are very interesting to depict, you know, muscle growth and like muscle fibers. I find that really cool. I love the inclusion of a wrestling belt. I think this is a really good evolution design. I think the colors work quite well too. Despite it being a little bit more muted, having that contrast of the kind of purple gray with the red lines on the arms and the yellow of the belt obviously works really well. So I'm going, obviously you can tell it's fighting by the way. So I'll put Machamp probably in the B tier. I'll put it, I think it's better than Pidgeotto, but is it better than Vulpix? I think just because it's such a successful evolution, I'm going to put it below Clefairy, but above Kadabra. Yeah, I think it belongs there. And then the next we have Machamp, and this is, I think, a pretty strong third evolution. I wouldn't say it's great or perfect, but I do think it's one of the stronger ones. I really think it's unique and creative that they added 2 more arms. I think that that's really interesting. Also, all 4 arms having different poses, you know, having 2 of them go like this, and then kind of like a different pose with those arms. It's really interesting. I find this one kind of cool. I kind of miss those lines on the arms. They could have added a little more to that, made it a little different. Yeah, I just feel like maybe it would have benefited from a little more texture, but I still think that this one's pretty good. I don't think it's very great though, so I'm gonna probably put it at the end of B tier. Yeah, I think they could have done a little more with it, so I'll go ahead and put it below Persian. Okay, so next up we have Bellsprout, and Bellsprout is so funny. I love Bellsprout so much, and this might actually be partially because of the anime. I think for one, I think that this design is very creative and very unique. I think it running with its roots is hilarious, at having the little leaves as arms, its little mouth going at kind of an O shape. I think it's a great design. Personally. The color scheme is really fun. You've got the pink, yellow, and green, which I think works really well. It's grass and poison type. I see grass, I do not see poison. And maybe it's because you see the poison in the later evolutions because it's based on a pitcher plant. So without that knowledge, maybe you wouldn't see poison so much. I think that this one's really great. I'm going to put Bellsprout in the B tier. And I'll probably put Bellsprout. Is he better than Zubat? I don't think Bellsprout's quite as good as Zubat. I do think Bellsprout's better than Raichu. So I'm gonna put Bellsprout in the B tier right there. That might be kind of controversial, but I think it's just such a fun design. Yeah. Okay, so next we got Weepinbell. Personally, I think this one feels kind of like an in-between design. It's also kind of just freaky. I don't love what's going on with the back here. I also don't love that it's no longer moving on legs. It kind of just scoots around, I suppose. Yeah, how would this guy move? Let me know in the comments below, because I don't know. Color scheme is the same situation. Yeah, I think it's fine. I will put it probably in the C tier somewhere. I'll put it, where will I put this? I think is it better than Golduck? No. Okay, I will put this one above Weedle and below Nidoron female. Okay. Next we have Victreebel, and again, this is the final evolution for this one. I think that this one is a good ends for this evolution. I think that the color scheme, it's kind of remained similar the whole way through. I do like that this weird tail part that it was growing now has a little bit of something on it. Almost looks like a spike or a stinger. I think that works with it being poison type. I enjoy that its head, its like face is upside down now. I find that very unique and interesting. So I will go ahead and put this one, I think it needs to be in the top of C tier somewhere. I think it's better than Poliwag and Poliwhirl, but I don't think it's quite as good as, what is that? Okay, so you got Squirtle and you got Wartortle. It's better than, or it's not as good as Wartortle, but it is better than Poliwhirl. That is my opinion. Okay, next up we have Tentacool. This is the Zubat of surfing. I just remember seeing this guy so much as a kid and being like, can you leave me alone, please? I also never really understood that its face was down here and then it's like up here was not its face until like actually quite a bit later of playing the games. And I was like, what? But anyway, this design is unique, I give it that. I think that you can obviously tell it's water and poison type because well, I don't know about the poison so much. Yeah, it kind of looks like an alien almost. I find it interesting. I don't particularly love this one. I will put Tentacool in the C tier and I'll put it below Psyduck and above Ekans. It just feels right there for me. Okay, next we have Tentacruel. I think this is a good evolution design. I like how it became more interesting and complex. The addition of all the tentacles was a really good choice. I like that the eyes are a bit more obvious now. Yeah, I would say you could tell this one's poison more so now because it looks more like a jellyfish with stingers or something like that. Also, this kind of claw-like thing coming out of it. Good touch there too. Same color scheme, can't really say much about that. But yeah, I think this is a good evolution, so I'm going to put it definitely above its counterpart. Is it better than Psyduck? I don't think it's better than Psyduck. I think Psyduck is it better than Psyduck? I think it's better than Psyduck. I think it's better than Fearow. Speaking of which, Fearow is a good evolution, but I'm going to knock it down a little bit. I don't think it's quite that strong. I think it's better than Tentacool, but I don't think it's as good as Psyduck. So I'm going to go ahead and fix Fearow and put it there. Okay, next we have Geodude. Geodude's classic. Very iconic in my opinion. It's rock and ground type, very obvious there. It's just like a head with arms. You could assume it is a fighting type from this as well. Which I mean, maybe that's a bit of a negative because it's kind of ambiguous, but I think this design is fun. I think it's very interesting. Memorable, for sure. It's gray, but it's a rock, so I can't really knock it too hard for that. I will put Geodude somewhere in the C tier. I think it's better than Poliwhirl, but I don't think it's good as Victreebel. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to its evolution. Yeah, Graveler is a good evolution for Geodude, I'd say. It definitely looks like it evolved from it. Same color scheme, which is fine. Yeah, I'd say you can still tell it's rock and ground type, obviously. And yeah, it's unique. I like that they added a couple extra arms to it and some feet. I do think that that's very interesting. So I will go ahead and rank it. I don't think it's as good as Geodude. Is it better than Poliwhirl and Poliwag? No, I think Poliwhirl and Poliwag are better, but I think it's better than Venonat. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the next one, which is Golem. I've never understood this design ever since I was a kid. It looks so disjointed and strange, and I'm going to knock it pretty hard for this. Yeah, you can tell it's rock and ground type because its body is a giant rock, but it's just like like a lizardy kind of arms, legs, and head coming out of a rock. Color scheme, I mean, it's a rock type, so I'm not gonna get too crazy about that. But I don't like this. I'm sorry, I've never liked this one, so I'm going to put it in D tier. It just doesn't make much sense to me. I'm going to put it, how much don't I like it? I like Pidgey better than it, but I like it better than Nidoqueen. So let's go ahead and go on to a fan favorite, Ponyta. I think Ponyta's design is very, very good. The uniqueness, I mean, it is a horse like Pokemon. I've seen more unique out there, but I love that the mane and the tail are fire. I think that's really, really cool. You can obviously tell it's a fire type. I think the color scheme works really, really well. Having the fire obviously being the warm oranges and yellows, and then having the body being this kind of a cream color works really well. I think Ponyta's design is very good. Very good. So I will go ahead and put Ponyta in the B tier. I think Ponyta is better. Ponyta's pretty good. I think Ponyta is not as good as Clefairy, but better than Machamp or Machop. Dude, I don't know that one, but whoever this is, Ponyta's better than it. Okay, next we have Rapidash, which is the evolution. I know, I love Rapidash too, but it's just a horse, a bigger horse now. I have to give it to them for adding the horn. That was a nice touch. Obviously fire type, like always, same kind of color scheme. Could have done a little more. We've seen really good evolutions where the Pokemon, the details of the Pokemon will become amplified or changed, and I think that this one just doesn't quite have enough of that. So I will put this one probably below Arcanine and C tier. I'm gonna get some hate for that, but you know, it's still a good design. I have to say, all these designs are still very good. I like them a lot. Okay, Slowpoke. Do I get water from this design? No. Do I get Psychic? No. I would think, if I just saw this, I would think it is a normal type Pokemon. I think he's really funny though, and I like the color a lot. I think the pink is very interesting. I think the pose is very fun. I think the ear swirls are very good. So I think it's a good design. His facial expression is very funny as well. I will put Slowpoke. Slowpoke. I think Slowpoke is better than Poliwhirl, but I don't think it's as good as Geodude, to be real. Yeah. Okay, next we have Slowbro, and okay. His tail's bitten by a Shelder that made it evolved into a Slowbro. I don't get Slowbro, I just don't get it. It's very weird. It just stood up and it has a thing biting its tail now. It's very weird, I don't know, I don't love it. Still don't see Water or Psychic. I'm gonna be putting it in the D tier. I think it's better than Clefable though, because at least they added an entire new Pokemon biting onto his tail, so that's interesting. Okay, next we have Magnemite. I think Magnemite is so good. I love Magnemite. Oh my gosh. This one probably is an A tier, to be totally real with you. So it's an electric and steel type. I think that that works really well. I think it's very unique that it is several metallic components together with a big eye in the middle of his face. I think it is, yeah, I think it's just super unique. I love the color scheme. You know, the red and the blue for positive and negative. I think this design is very, very good. So I'm going to put Magnemite. I think I'm gonna put it in the A tier. I think it's not quite as good as Ninetales, but I genuinely think that that design is so unique and interesting. Okay, next we have Magneton, and we all knew what was gonna happen with this. It's just 3 of them together. You know, at least Dugtrio was funny. This one is just like, okay, you're magnets or whatever, so you stick together. Okay, I don't think it's good. I'm gonna put it in D tier. I'm gonna put it pretty freaking low. I'm gonna put it above Pidgeotto because at least there's something more interesting about it than just a different pose. Okay. Next we have Farfetch'd. I find this one very interesting. I feel like this one you could look at and think it has more of a lore to it because it's holding the lake, and it probably does have some lore to it. If it does, let me know in the comments. It's obviously another bird Pokemon, but at least it has something more to it. This little V on the forehead is a really nice, unique touch. I like the weird feathers at the top of the head too. I also think it being in this pose, having this lake is, I don't know, very interesting. I'm going to rank it probably in the C tier, probably higher C tier. I think it's better than Graveler, but I don't think it's quite as good as Poliwag. Poliwag, yeah. Okay, next we have Doduo, and I think Doduo is an interesting one. Again, for another bird, normal flying type Pokemon. This one, at least it has 2 heads. It's kind of unique. I like the feet being so like dinosaur-like, kind of nice. I don't have much to say about this one. I do think it's pretty good though. Now watch me put it in the C tier. I'm going to put it, I think Rattata is better. Is Rattata better? Okay, I think it's very close on the same level to Rattata, but I'll just put it slightly above because at least it's a little bit more than just a purple rat. Okay, next we have its evolution, which is Dodrio, and here we go. They could have just put one more head on that thing and called it an evolution, but they didn't. They added some plumage on their foreheads. They added some more unique feather design on the body. They also added some tail feathers to it too. So I think this is a pretty good evolution of a Pokemon, making it more unique. Obviously still seeing normal flying, and the color scheme is whatever because it's a normal type, so it's kind of bland. The red is a nice touch though, so I will put Dodrio in C tier. I think it's not as good as Fearow, but I think it's better than Tentacool. It is very on the same level as Fearow in my opinion, but it has to go somewhere. So let's go in there. Next we have Seal. I always thought Seal was so cute when I was little. I think Seal is a pretty alright design. I like the spike on the forehead. That's a nice little extra touch. I like the tail being depicted almost as like a fountain or yeah, water splashing out. I think that that's really cute. I like the face a lot. I think his little tongue and the little teeth are really sweet. Yeah, you definitely see water from this. I think the color scheme being white actually works really well for this because you don't see that very much. I'll put Still above Graveler but below Farfetch'd. That seems right for me. All right, next we have Dugong. Personally, even as a kid, I always thought that this evolution looked like a missed opportunity. It just like took a good design and kind of made it more boring. You know, we no longer have the wave of the tail, no longer have that funny facial expression. Still looks very similar to the last one. I think that this was a missed opportunity. I don't see ice in here anywhere either. That's a secondary type. So I'm going to rank this not so great. I'm probably gonna put it in the D tier. I'm sorry, I'm still recovering from a cold. Okay, I'm going to put it, I'll probably put it below Wigglytuff. Yeah, okay. Next we have Grimer. I think Grimer is a very unique Pokemon. To have a kind of amorphous blob-like design that is less like based on a creature or something and more based on like a substance is very interesting. I think that the color scheme works well for the type. Obviously it's poison. Also the fact that it looks like a melting substance looks very much like it would harm you if you touched it. So I definitely see poison in there. Yeah, I think this design is pretty good. I'm not like wowed by it though. So I will go ahead and put Grimer in the C tier, probably above Nidoran male, but below Oddish. Yeah, a lot of these feel like they're on the same level though. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on to Muck. This is the evolution. Again, it's just like a bigger, badder version of it. I'm going to rank this one pretty low. I'm going to put it into D tier. I'm gonna put it above Dugong, but below Wigglytuff. At least Wigglytuff had a little bit of something over it. All right, next we have Shelder. So Shelder is a funny kind of very interesting design. It's based on some sort of shellfish, not like a clam or something, I don't know. But I like the little face and I like the tongue sticking out. I think it's really funny. I think it's cute. I think you can tell that it's water type. I like the color scheme quite a bit, this kind of purplish and the black and the pink. I think it works really well. I'm going to go ahead and put Shelder in the C tier somewhere. I think Shelder's better than Farfetch'd. Yeah, I'll put it right there. Okay, next we have Cloyster, and this is the evolution of Shelder, and it's definitely a more unique design. I mean, as an evolution, having it change this much is a good thing. You could say what you will about what it resembles. I think that, I mean, I guess I see water type because it is like a shellfish-like Pokemon, but I don't see ice type. I don't, but I think it's interesting. I'll go ahead and put it in B tier, or not B tier, oh my god. I'll go ahead and put it in C tier as well. I don't think it's quite as good as Graveler, so I'll go ahead and put it better not though. Next we have Ghastly. I think Ghastly is a really good design. It's probably gonna get put in B tier to be real. And this is kind of like a ghost and poison type Pokemon. I think it having this aura around it very much depicts both of these. And the color scheme works really well, purple and black. I think it's unique. We haven't seen anything like this before. I like the menacing facial expression. It's really good. I'll put Ghastly. Yeah, no, I think Ghastly still belongs in the C tier. I think Ghastly goes above Victory Bell, but below Wartortle. Yeah. All right, next we have Haunter. I think Haunter is a really great evolution of Ghastly. Again, ghost and poison type. You can obviously tell it's ghost and poison because of the claws, the purple, menacing face. Yeah, I think this one's really good. Probably gonna put it in a similar area to Ghastly. I think Ghastly is a little bit better than it, so I'll go ahead and put it between Ghastly and Victory Bell. And Gengar, I think, again, is a very good evolution of the last two. I think that this whole line is very strong because each one holds up as its own. And yeah, Ghost and Poison, this time it is not floating, it has a body. I think that, yeah, I think it works really well. Color scheme is good. I'll go ahead and put it above, I'll put it above Victory Bell, but below the other two. two. I like the other two a little better. Okay, next we have Onyx. I think Onyx is a very strong design. I think having its body being made of all these rocks is very unique. I think that obviously you can tell it's rock and ground type. The color scheme, again, it's a rocks, so I can't get too like into it about that. So yeah, I think Onyx is pretty good. I'll put Onyx in the, am I gonna put it in the B tier? Let's go ahead and put Onyx at the bottom of the B tier, I think. Yeah. Next we have Drowsy. I don't like this guy. He's a psychic type. I don't really get that. I don't really know what's going on with him. It remembers every dream it eats. It rarely eats the dreams of adults because children's are much tastier. Yeah, Drowsy looks like I would, you know, keep a close eye on my children if Drowsy was around. The color scheme works though. I mean, it's interesting for sure. I like this weird wave design in the middle. I don't know, man. I think that Drowsy is weird. I'm gonna put it probably at the bottom of the C tier. Yeah. All right, next we have Hypno, which is the evolution of Drowsy. I think that this is a plus. It's weird too though, because like, man, it just looks so freaky. It is psychic type. I just like do not like this one. I'm just gonna rank it really fast. I'll put it above Drowsy, I guess. Yeah, I do not like that. Okay, next we have Krabby. It's a crab Pokemon. Yep. Water type. Yep. Orange. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's super unique. Let's go ahead and put it, I'll put it right here with this bird guy. I can't remember. Sparrow? I don't remember. I think that's what its name is. I'll put it above that bird. Next we have Kingler. Again, it just kind of looks like the last one, but I mean, okay. At least now it has sort of a crown situation happening with it, the top of its head. So I give it to that design. I think that is good. I like that one of the claws is getting bigger because we see that in nature. A water type, obviously. I'll put it higher than whatever that one is called. I don't remember. And below that one. Too many Pokemon, I'm starting to lose track. Okay, Pokemon 100, Voltorb. I think this design is really funny. I especially like the way it's used in the games because you'll try to pick up a Pokeball and it turns out to be a Voltorb. I think that that's actually amazing. I think it's simple and I think it's interesting. I don't think I'm gonna rate it super high, but I definitely think that it's done well, you know? For what it is, it's done well. It's electric type, yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's just like an angry Pokeball. So I will go ahead and put Voltorb in the C tier. I'll put Voltorb probably below Diglett and above Oddish. Yeah. And last Pokemon for this video, we have Electrode. So Electrode is just Voltorb's evolution and they just flipped the colors and then changed the face a little bit. It has a mouth now. It's fine, I guess. It's electric again, sure. Colors, whatever. I will go ahead and I don't think it's very great. I'll put it below, I'll put it above the Krabby. I'll put it above Krabby, but below Metapod. Yep. Yeah, I don't think it's super strong. Okay, so this is the tier so far. We didn't really have many designs that really wowed me. I feel like when we get to the legendary Pokemon, obviously they're gonna rank pretty high, and we only have one addition to the A tier, and that's Magneton. We have a few different ones in the B tier and some in the C tier. I mean, a lot in the C tier. Personally, you know, I've been thinking about these designs a lot over the past like week, and I might be doing some rearranging of these once I get everything in place because it's kind of hard to gauge that until you see them all together. So yeah, this is it so far. Let me know what you think about these Pokemon in the comments below. One more part and then we'll be done with Gen 1 Pokemon. Anyway, I just want to thank you so much for watching and subscribe if you want to see the next one, and I'll see you later. Bye.